Botches are a lot more common than we realize in wrestling. Despite years of experience, we can often spot botches happening on a weekly basis, even on the grandest stage of them all. However, something that is less common than in-ring botches are entrance mishaps. From unfortunate slips, to getting tangled on cables, to getting first-degree burns, this list features a variety of ways that entrances have been botched, from funny to scary. As we know, entrances are a key part of professional wrestling, and these are 10 instances where they didn't go as planned. Number 10, Titus O'Neil's slip heard around the world at the Greatest Royal Rumble 2018. 2018 featured WWE's first of several shows in Saudi Arabia, beginning with the Greatest Royal Rumble event. The main event was a gargantuan 50-man Royal Rumble match that was won by Braun Strowman. Entrant number 39, Titus O'Neil suffered the misfortune of slipping just a few feet away from the ring, with his entire body sliding down under the ring instead. Corey Graves and Michael Cole could not contain themselves on commentary. It resulted in the slip being replayed numerous times and is regarded as one of the funniest entrance botches of all time. Number 9, Dash Wilder stumbles as he makes his entrance on SmackDown 2019. A few months before they were granted their release from the WWE, The Revival, now known as FTR and AEW, were set to take on Mustafa Ali and Chad Gable. Perhaps Dash Wilder didn't notice that the entrance ramp had changed, and while he had his back turned, he went tumbling down, all while Scott Dawson kept casually walking down the ramp without him. Number 8, Sin Cara botches his debut entrance 2011. WWE had hyped the debut of Sin Cara, a man who some believed was the potential successor of Rey Mysterio. On the Raw after WrestleMania 27, Sheamus retained his United States Championship against Daniel Bryan in a match from the previous night. He began a post-match attack on Daniel Bryan, setting up the debut of Sin Cara. While his trampoline-assisted over-the-top rope jump was made for a spectacular entrance, his legs got caught on the rope in an unfortunate timing, resulting in a botch on his debut. This would ultimately set up the tone for his WWE career, as he developed a reputation, with some fans referring to him as Botch Cara. Number 7, Mandy Rose slips on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 37. In what was undoubtedly the biggest match of Mandy Rose's career up to that point, she had teamed up with Dana Brooke in a tag team turmoil match for the women's tag team titles. Unfortunately for Rose, as she was strutting down the entrance ramp, she had an embarrassing slip early on. She would pick herself up, and after the slip had gone viral, she took it in good spirits, joking that she always found new ways to trend worldwide. Number 6, Goldberg's pre-entrance botch results in an awkward promo, Raw 2017. It was the Raw before the 2017 Royal Rumble match, a stacked match on paper, as it involved legends such as Goldberg. The legend had a ritual where he would headbutt a locker or a door to get himself pumped up. Unfortunately for him, he took it a bit too far, and he made his entrance on Raw with blood seeping out of the top of his head. The promo even seemed a bit wonky by his standards, as it was clear that Goldberg had little idea where he was. While it may not have technically happened during his entrance, it certainly counts, as it made for a weird entrance and a bizarre segment. There were two positives, however. For one, we still got the iconic closing moment of Goldberg standing across the ring from The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. Secondly, Goldberg revealed on Instagram after Raw that he was retiring his pre-match ritual. Number 5, Shockmaster derails his career with a single fall at WCW Clash of Champions 24 in 1993. In what was considered one of the most ironically iconic moments of wrestling in the 1990s, the Shockmaster made the most unforgettable debut for all the wrong reasons. Fred Ottman was set to get his big break in wrestling with his new character, the Shockmaster. On a Flair for the Gold segment at Clash of the Champions 24, Sting and Davey Boy Smith were asked by their rivals as to who their fourth member would be for the upcoming War Games match. Sting proclaimed that their opponent would shock the world. The Shockmaster was supposed to crash through the wall to make a dramatic entrance, but tripped on a piece of lumber that he didn't know was there. Almost everyone present, including Ric Flair and Sid Vicious, couldn't control their laughter. Even Ole Anderson, who was to be the menacing voice beyond the Shockmaster, laughed before talking. The entire segment was a disaster, although it is now considered one of the most unintentionally funny moments in wrestling history. Number 4, Matt Hardy has one of the funniest falls ever on SmackDown in 2010. Matt Hardy is known for his signature entrance where he would stand on the bottom and middle rope while holding out 3 fingers to the audience. On a UK episode of SmackDown in 2010, he made his entrance alongside Justin Gabriel. While Hardy was about to hit his standard pose, Justin Gabriel stood on the bottom rope at the same time, and Hardy would immediately tumble over the ropes in a hilarious moment. Number 3, Shawn Michaels gets his pants stuck while on the entrance ramp at Raw in 2007. Shawn Michaels was in his post-World Championship phase by the Ruthless Aggression era, and one of the superstars he crossed paths with was Edge. On an episode of Raw, Edge was waiting for Shawn Michaels as he made his entrance. The Heartbreak Kid's entrance is considered one of the most iconic in WWE history. However, there was one freak moment where his pants got stuck and he was unable to get up, leading to him falling backwards awkwardly. Thankfully, he recovered and had a laugh about it, mouthing, "That could only happen to me," at the camera. Number 2, Batista quickly recovers from an awkward trip in his final match at WrestleMania 35. Batista's swan song at WrestleMania 35 against Triple H is a match that will age like wine. The brutal no-holds-barred match went on for nearly 25 minutes, and Batista had the perfect ending to his career as longtime rival Triple H The Game was the one to defeat him and send him packing. There was a subtle moment where Batista was entering the ring, only for his legs to get caught up and for him to have a small slip. Thankfully, he recovered on time and just had a good laugh about it before tearing the house down with Triple H. Number 1, The Undertaker suffers serious burns during his entrance at Elimination Chamber 2010. On the final pay-per-view pit stop before WrestleMania 26, The Undertaker was going to defend his World Heavyweight Championship inside the Elimination Chamber against some elite competition. As he made his entrance, the usual fire pyro was set off, but a mistiming of the pyro led to the Phenom's jacket getting caught on fire for a moment. It led to first and second degree burns on his neck and chest, and the only reason why he competed in the match was due to a ringside doctor's clearance. He was given bottles of water to relieve the pain, and it worked. It was later revealed that the pyrotechnician responsible for the incident was fired. The Undertaker also added that he expressed concern with the technician before the show, but it was ignored. That's gonna do it for our list today, everybody. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to Sportskeeda Wrestling to stay up to date with all the top wrestling news around the world.